If you're single, they'll ask why. If you're dating, they'll ask, when will you get married? And once you get married, they ask you, when are you having children? And once you have child number one, they'll ask you for the aburo of the child.
Yeah, but that shows that campus is not just about degrees. It's also about relationships, the ones you keep and the ones you make. And that's our topic for today. I want to look at relationships on campus, how to date, when to date, why do you even want to date, or why do you want to marry? And and why are you still single? So let's start. So what do you think about relationships generally?
So generally, I think our case is it's a kind of relationship that was productive. So it was productive for both our romantic life and also for like academics. So
I know you did that romantic life.
Yeah, so I think it was that mutual benefit that one day suffer, because you see relationships on campus, like lots of people get into relationships, and probably some people say, because of academics I could not get into relationships, and some people say, because of relationships my academics are suffering. So I think for us it was nice for us to have that kind of balance, or to have that kind of I would say balance, that our relationship did not suffer, and neither did our academics
suffer. Okay, so welcome to this episode, and today we want to discuss relationships, as we said. And I think it's an addendum or follow-up to the first video. Funny enough, we did it on a white background.
I was doing this back on the background, and I was pregnant that time, and I'm pregnant again.
Glory to Jesus. Well, welcome back, and it's been a while. We're grateful to have you guys tune in, and I want to talk about relationships. Let's start with the first question. When do you think, when should people get into relationships on campus?
I think that thing about should is what like drives people into. I think we talked about like a timeline, or some people say, okay, when should I do this, when should I do that, and that thing, or that let's say like compare yourself with other people, because the truth is that we are not all, we can be in like classmates, but we are not all on the same maturity level to handle a relationship like while on campus. Some people start dating as early as their part 1, works out for them. Some people even at part 5 doesn't work out for them. So I would say it depends. So I will not say that okay, maybe part 2 is the right time, or part 1 is the right time, or your final year is the right time,
or secondary school.
Or secondary school is the right time,
or high school.
So I will not say that there's a right time. I would say it's probably when you feel like you are mature enough to handle something like that.
So you feel like it's maturity level?
I would say maturity level, yes, and also based on individual.
So if we're looking at maturity level, what would be the yardstick? Is it when you can buy your meal yourself, can afford your meal? Because looking at it now, I remember for mine, my first relationship was in secondary school. My dad is late. If he was alive, I will apologize to him. Because I remember we had a visitor then in my, just about to write WAEC, and the person was like, oh, fine boy, all this. I think it's an auntie. Oh, fine boy, you're okomoge, you have a lot of girlfriends. And my dad was like, no, I reject it. This one I'm seeing is for the Lord, he is this and that. And me tell them, meanwhile,
you had one in the corner.
We're already writing
love letter.
The thing with love letters for me is that you write the letter, you give the lady, the next day you can't look at her. That was like, so.
Used to secondary school relationship is really weird.
Really weird. And I think it's valid because it shows that you are a human. At some point you should have feelings for someone. But I'm looking at the maturity state. Is it when you can... I'm trying to look at...
So I would say, for at least, I would definitely speak about what I think. So I feel like it depends on when you know what you're doing with your life. So if you are still at the point that they are still forcing you to go to class, they are still forcing you to take your academics seriously, I don't think that's the time to start getting into a relationship. There are some times that people are unserious and then relationships make them serious. Yeah, it happens, but I don't think if you yourself are a serious person to get into when I mean on serious, like I know that there's some cases that like what you're studying, they force you to study it, and then it's not really your passion, but at least you should have something, you should have a goal that you're working towards, something.
So maturity, level of responsibility should
be about your life first before you start thinking about someone else.
About you, yeah. So you should work on, I don't want to sound conventional, but work on yourself first before thinking of another person.
Because I remember when I was in secondary school, because obviously I had like one boyfriend in secondary school. But when I was in, I remember when I was in,
sorry.
I remember when I was in GS3, like GSS classes, you still have like crushes and people you like and everything, and then it's not really relationship, but it's just like situationship kind of thing. Yeah. So, but I remember my best friend's mom called us, like me and my best friend, and she was like all this like open days, and she was like, she wants to counsel us that because it looked like I was the greatest influence on her daughter Eniola. So like we just wanted to just call both of us so that I'll be able to call her daughter to order, and like, oh, take your academics seriously. And she actually said something that really stuck to me, that nobody, like once you are establishing yourself, when I mean established, I'm not saying like you have reached the top of your career, but like once you have something going for yourself, like you don't have to more or less be subservient in the I keep trying to get
big words.
Subservience in the case that like there's like no man or no reasonable man would look down on you and feel like she does not have anything, let me just treat her anyhow. So that was the premise of her advice, that have something good for yourself, like take your academics seriously, face your books, because at least at that time we were not at the last children, so the only thing that we had was academics. So take your academics seriously as much as you can, and once you make something of yourself, like for that time it was like in secondary school, it was just combination list, doing well in your subjects, and we prepare for I think maybe GC or WAEC or that what they call SSC, and then like your WAEC and everything, GC, everything. Just take everything seriously, because like once you come out tops, like it's not any other guy that will come and be meeting you. Yeah. So once you're at that level, the people that will be approaching you will be reasonable people. So that was the premise of our advice, which stuck with me for a long time.
Okay, so we're sticking with responsibility and knowing what to do and the timing. And to look at it, so if we backtrack a bit, do you think those going into relationships should think of marriage as the end goal? You know what I'm asking, because many times it could go both ways. Those who think of marriage as the end goal, they tend to they want this love of my life type of thing, Nollywood story. And many times it makes people will ignore the red flags. You might say, oh, this person is this, but just because I want to push it through, I don't want what people will say. So should that always be the end goal from the first relationship?
From the very first one?
Yep.
I would say it depends. Like everything is, like, a lot of things that are subjective in this life. So I would say yes. I understand what you're saying. The fact that people will just accept anything because as long as I'm in a relationship with the person, it has to work. But I would say, like, I don't know who said so. Maybe I don't know whether it was pastor or maybe I just heard it from somewhere, that when you're dating, open your eyes, because once you marry, you close it. So, like, at that time.
Sorry, say that again. Please look into the camera.
Okay, yes, that's like when you're dating, open your eyes, because once you get married, you close them.
Wow. So once you are dating, open your eyes. Yeah. Because when you marry, you close them. That means your eyes shut for life.
Yeah, like you just have, because the thing is that, what are you looking for again? Because like I'm not talking about extreme cases like now. So someone will say, hey, what about divorce abuse and everything? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, once you are in the dating stage,
yes,
don't ignore anything. Open your eyes and see everything, and then you can at that point say, okay, this is something that I'm willing to live with, because I think everybody has their own threshold of what they can take. So if you're not willing to live with this kind of behavior, that's not the time to think you're going to change somebody. So that's the time to say, okay, this is not for me, let me be going. So Yeah, yes, in the sense that you should not now start being flimsy and looking at flimsy excuse. Oh, he looked at me some way. He did not did not greet me very well. He did not, and then those flimsy. That I said that it's still a relationship of mature people. So, but once you are starting to pick on like flimsy things, obviously, are both not mature. One of them is not mature.
Sure.
So, but once you are at that maturity level, then maybe what the shoe you wear, so I don't like the way your shoes is. I don't like there's a lint on the shokoto, like all those things will not really count.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the behaviors because once you get married, whenever you close your eyes, that means that's
It's gone.
exactly you don't have any more options in a real scenario.
Okay. So to look at it, so marriage should not be in view, or if marriage is in view, you should be more conscious of
Yeah, exactly. So you should be more conscious of what you are allowing, or conscious of what you are building. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, exactly what you are building. So it should be in view because obviously there should be like a kind of destination. You're not just dating for dating's sake. You're dating to the end of you want to get married. You want to probably build a family if that is what you want to do.
Okay, so our next question, this is gonna put you on the on the spot.
Me, okay.
Because any answer you give, I'm here as a living testimony.
Okay.
Do you believe in catering for needs, like ladies? She knows why I'm laughing.
Okay.
So, like going to your, now you're in a relationship. Let's say you're dating on campus, because I know growing up, dating was not a thing. Dating would be old school, but I think even with Christianity now, it's now allowed. Let's call it in a Tushwe courtship or whatever ship.
Now, people don't like courtship because it sounds more serious.
Yeah, but let's say you're still trying to know yourself. You're exclusive. If you see this other lady speaking to another guy, you'll be angry. It's the same way too. The guy speaking to another lady. At that point, should you also open your eyes to things like whether she can cook, whether she can work? We know why we are laughing.
Okay.
So what do you think about catering for needs of the partner, especially in our society where, painfully so, we judge a lot of things by the best way to know how somebody will take care of kids later on might be to see how she's taking care of maybe her needs and yours from time to time. So what do you think about that? I mean, that was not in our script.
I think I'll ask you too the same question. So I'll answer, and then you also answer.
Okay.
Okay. So, yes. So I don't know why you're laughing.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So the thing is that it still depends. It depends on a lot of things. So I'll say it depends on like both parties. So if both parties are willing to make things work, or okay, both of you are exclusive, you are serious, that is probably going to lead to marriage. I'm not saying that's the time to like, from where we come from, we don't believe in cohabitation, like living together before you get married, because people say let's test it.
That was before, though. People are doing this now. Oh, yeah. It's not again. Okay, but again, we should not believe in it, because the probability of you keeping yourself from deep intimacy becomes a big problem. So yeah.
So people will say, let's cohabitate before, just to test things out before like actual marriage.
Yeah,
it's worked for some people, but I would not say it's advisable.
Yeah.
And for the most part, and also because we are Christians, you're supposed to keep yourself job, and once I live together, there's that probability. So but
finish too.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's like for marriage is this kind of security for both parties. So it's not just, so people say it's only the women that have security. I would say it's for both parties, because if you are just dating and you have seen yourself finish, the next week you say, well, and they go, and there's nothing that can hold you.
Yeah.
So, but once you have married, you're not thinking about the legal steps to divorce, because you don't just say I'm going bye. You have to actually take some steps. Yeah, and then like families are involved and things are involved, and your properties are tied together.
Yeah.
And then
shame too is involved.
Exactly.
Basic shame for those that have it.
Yeah. So, but dating is just like, I'm done. Let me be going. So I'll say it's a protection for both parties, and people say it's an agreement. Yes, it's whatever. It is legal, whatever. So, but about catering to each other's needs, I would say see it as a privilege, not a responsibility.
Okay.
So if one party, let's say,
let's take a pause there. That's actually that's the best answer. See it as a privilege on both sides.
yes,
Privilege to cater for needs, privilege to be catered for.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if, for example, your boyfriend is sponsoring your financial needs, it's not his responsibility at that point. But
Again, let's pause.
okay.
Let me speak it to the So it is not the responsibility of a boyfriend to cater for the needs of a girlfriend in that sense. Yeah, we might even push it further, but let's not push it further. Keep it a boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that just see it as, oh, it's a privilege. He's catering for my needs. Thank you. I should appreciate it.
Then let's flip the script.
And if the lady is also catering for the guy's financial needs too, or she's cooking for him, or she's cleaning.
Is that cooking? I'm washing your clothes. I didn't even know it's like the wash clothes, people do it. Wash boxers. Ooh.
No, the funny thing is that, like when I was 7, like when I was 7 in Otta, like I was living in that compound, and a
large compound.
Yeah. it looked like family.
Army barracks.
So we had like a flat, and there was 2 bedrooms, and then before he moved out, I had a male housemate.
Okay.
Now, every weekend, his girlfriend comes over, and he washes her clothes. Like, she will bring her clothes. He will cook for her.
Wait, let's pause the break again. So he would wash the clothes.
He wash her clothes. His clothes, her clothes. He cook for her.
Wow.
He's the one that cleans the apartment, not my room, obviously.
I got you.
Yeah, but he cleans like the living room, which was really nothing in the living room anyway. The kitchen was always neat and everything. So he liked cleanliness, so he was the one doing it. So, and he was a good cook. I probably believe he's still a good cook, but he was a good cook, and he was. I don't say, should I mention his tribe?
No. We don't want this to be tribal.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess.
There's a lot of sentiments on tribal stuffs online, so I don't want us to
not drag me. Okay.
Yeah, not even dragging, just to keep it sane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy was washing her because she bring her clothes. I don't know her living situation because we never talked. I never really spoke to the guy herself. So she'll bring her clothes. He will wash it and wash his own clothes like every Saturday. He will cook. He would have cooked for her before she even gets there. So she will just come and eat and everything.
But how don't we?
But I did not see her in the kitchen washing plates. So he's the one that will wash the plates. So essentially, she's coming to do like quote unquote vacation or wash the weekend in your house. So he was the one he's the one hosting her. So he was the one doing everything for her. So she was not coming to wash any clothes. So the truth is that I've not lived in a place where is the woman washing the man's clothes. I'm talking about like in a dating scene. I have not seen it. So if we're talking, I've obviously had it on social media and everything, but face to face, I have not.
My problem is, how come we don't have this type of narrative? Because this is, it's not the first time I'm hearing it. But I know that guys who are seen to do this, they are called simps and all of that. But this narrative should be pushed more because it's quite nice to see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because you can be an alpha male and do it. It's
no. The guy was a guy.
Like alpha male.
I don't know what that's an alpha male. We need to talk now. So, but he is this like muscular kind of person. So you know that it's not just one leg guy that they are just using the head.
No, I think alpha males, you could be muscular.
I don't know that one. Yeah, but like to me, he does feel like a responsible person because you are coming to visit me. It's not you that it's not housemaid to visitation. Like I don't know what they're doing together in the room, but that's their business. Yeah, so I'm just saying that that's that situation. So I'm saying that see it as a privilege and not a responsibility. So it's not like, oh, because I'm dating you now, that means all my financial responsibility, I'll dump to you. And then if today you say, sorry, I don't have money, you'll not be angry that, okay, he's irresponsible. So at that point, you are seeing it as a privilege, not a responsibility. Vice versa, if the woman is cooking for you, I'm not saying cook or don't cook for the guy. If you feel like cooking, do it with your hand.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's not right for you to cook, don't do it. Like I said, it's both parties that have that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
But if she's cooking for you, don't see it as it's your job to just be eating it and it's her job to be cooking it. So at that point, just see whatever is being done to you as a privilege, and also you doing it for this person is also a privilege. Because I think the issue with me about relationships is that it involves two people. So it should not be one person's responsibility to make sure the relationship works. It's both parties.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing something for you, I'm also seeing it as like an investment in you. And if you do something for me, it's also you investing in me and you're investing in the relationship.
Yeah. I think for me, it should be responsibility. I know what I'm about to say might be interpreted as simpish. They say a man catering to women and all of that. But I think usually what people don't acknowledge is both sides. You should look at the sensibility of your partner. There are some people who are really sensible enough that as a man, you should be a simp for them. In that sense, like there should be that you would see. Sometimes it's not painful that you see people who are sensible on both sides, maybe a lady or a guy that is sensible, and the partner will try to extort it. I feel rather than extort it, you should compliment it. Like, how beautiful will it be? Again, I don't know of that case, but just imagine that type of case of the guy, with all he did. Then the ladies now, when she gets home, she's not laughing with her friends. Now Momo, you understand? Rather than, invite him over, also give him that treatment, and you have that shared beauty. You have something beautiful going on. So I just think responsibility should be the hallmark where you see somebody responsible. And if you are irresponsible too, try to get someone who is
irresponsible too. What have you?
so you can match yourself, because many times you see guys that would have a good lady too. She will come cook for the friends, cook for everybody and everything, and then when she's going, you say, oh, now Mumu be that. Sometimes I say, come on guy, like, why do you have to say that? Can't you see how responsible she is to you? And when usually they now probably cheat on the person and things will go south, and then you go out and try another person and then come back and say, oh, I'm sorry, and say, what, didn't you see that this person is gold? So it's just that responsibility mark that before you do things like that, you have to gauge the responsibility. As I used to say, one of the ways that I knew you were responsible, it's not even from maybe you cooked for me. Like, I think you wanted to do the alpha woman thing, so we didn't get on. I think the first time I ate your food it was way, it was like a special party.
When was that? So maybe
it was during one of the breaks. I can't forget. It was like special invitation. This guy was in the room that day. This guy, I don't want to call his name, but you know him.
Like what level?
Autodesk inventor, supposed teacher. Okay. Then, yeah. So he was in the room that day, but I think so.
That was part.
Yeah, it was just we're going into part 2 or so. It was, or maybe going into part 2 second semester when we started using Inventor and all of that. Okay. So it was like you, and I understand you didn't want it to look as if you are the cook of the whole world. So, but I think maybe you saw the responsibility. I don't know, but Isha invited me that day, and that's how that was the first time. But my point is, would I say there's also the responsibility I saw in you, looking at the things we did together and all of that. And I feel it's more of, okay, this person is, nice enough or responsible enough, so you can retaliate the favor. But when it is, you just want it to be one side, and even the conversation around the marriage, the guy should cook, woman should not cook. I think all those things, they're overbearing. If the guy is the only one bringing funds home, and you expect him to come back after going to work, you did not do anything. You're enjoying the ambience of Bimbo Ademoye. You enjoyed everything, and then you now cross your leg, and then he comes back, and then you two are still there and nothing. There's no how. But if both of you went out together, you both have jobs doing, then at that point, that rule is cut. I know we can say, oh, our parents, our mothers, they also went to the markets, they came back, they cooked, and all of that. Come on, bro. So you have to be sensible. I just think sensibility plays a big role in,
and also like being considerate of the other party.
Yep.
Like, if you just look as if, oh, what is it for me? That's when you start looking like as if, I did ABC. What is this other person doing for me? Or I did BCD, and I think there was. Probably it's on Facebook that I saw it, that there's no point in a relationship, not even, I'm not even talking about like marriage, like just a relationship where it's 50-50. That sometimes one person can be giving 10%, the second person 90. At another time, the person that was giving 10% will not be able to give 90, and the other person is bringing 5. But it's just the fact that you will not, like everything just keeps balancing out. And sometimes both parties is 10%, the both of you can bring.
And if 10% stay for long, you cut off the...
Yeah, so I would say it's not... yes, the truth is that, like in a relationship, you're also looking at the interest of yourself.
Yeah.
Like your best interest. Like obviously, like I would not want to go and date some certain set of people because they are not my cup of tea. So that's what I'm looking out for. So yes, so the truth is that honestly, a relationship, especially like a romantic relationship, is not 100% selfless. So there's still an outer of selfishness.
Oh, sure.
In it.
No, you are human.
Yes. So you'll be thinking about, okay, what is in it for me? Like, if somebody has, okay, the question is like, okay, what is this person adding to my life? Yeah. So at the same time, but also it should not be 100% about you. That the guy must do A, B, C to Z. Me, I'm the table. And I bring that thing because the truth, I know some people. This is not really like a campus, but yes, in some situations it happens on campus. Like where you say, okay, yes, my body is the one that will carry the children. Yes, but at the same time, there are other things.
We'll come back to that question.
But let's stick to the whole campus.
Yeah. Before we even let's deviate just more, I'll come back. My own defense is with that body and everything else. We don't have a choice. As much as I mean, if there was a choice for science, as they've been trying, when they get it, maybe we'll have a choice. But but again, responsibility. I think even husbands, you don't need to tell a responsible male that your wife is doing much of the work. Just try your own as much as you can do to help. But let's come back to our campus discussion so we don't leave it. So in all of this, do you think again, relationship on campus, is it really worth it? Because those who say sorry to butt in, those who say oh, thank God for you sorted it out, then I wish that I'd done that. You should not forget that,
like us.
Yeah, like us.
Okay.
Or you. They shouldn't deny the fact that a lot of people dated on campus that, I mean, nothing come out, as you say. I mean, not just one relationship, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5, and the person they will eventually marry at the end.
It's always better to.
So should that be a reason for people to jump into relationships on campus? So
again, I think it's the same thing that everybody's path in life is not the same. So because A dated on campus and it worked out for them does not mean you're always going to work out. So you and the A you're comparing yourself to, you're totally different people. The person you're going to date is totally different. So it's not a mathematical rule that, okay, once I find somebody, maybe someone is trying to apply our own rule, I'll find somebody in my department. The person must be serious too.
Yeah, nothing.
Both of you can both be serious as academics, but it still may not work. So I also say like it depends. So you should not be in any rush that I must date, because some people say if I don't see, like some people say, if I don't find a relationship on campus, I will not find it anywhere else, which is false.
Yeah.
So you can find it at any point in your life. It probably might be harder because when you're in school, you are contained with this body of human beings that you are still. So
you have options.
Yeah.
A large pool of options.
But I feel like once you get out of school, you have to work a little bit harder to maybe get a partner or something. So it's not compulsory. You don't have to.
But if you have the opportunity, why not?
But yeah, sure. But if you you see somebody you're interested in and the person is interested in you too, then yes.
That will lead us to the next question. Many times as guys, and thank God you're a woman or a lady, so you can maybe talk to this. People feel like, I spoke to her the first time, she said she's not interested. Should they try and try and try? Maybe somewhere down the line, something will change. So what do you think about the interest game? Does it ever change?
The very funny thing is that for me, I feel like if I'm not interested in you, I'm not interested. Like that's it. But I've heard from some people, they'll say, the guy did not even try. He asked me once. Next week. You don't ask another person.
Because now it's not a thing. People, guys don't, they just.
You don't ask multiple times.
Alpha, OG. Yeah, no.
Because there's this particular person, the person that I think it was maybe about 2 or 3 that wanted to date me, and I told the person I'm not interested. And then the previous person went to meet a friend of mine to convince me. I said, what, is it by force? And I said, I'm not, I don't know about 2. I said, I'm not interested. Like, you don't have to bring in a third party. Like, that's the third party
made it worse.
Because even if I was interested in you before, you have already opened, like, it's not a family affair now. Why are you bringing?
Though some people like it. They feel like, he took the extra step to get someone.
I don't say it depends on the person. I don't like it. Like, why are you involving somebody else to say, let me beg you? Like, to me, it was like, I beg. I think I probably even blocked it for a while. Like, and why will I? And then my friend had talked to me that, please, this person is disturbing me outside. So, so I would say it depends on the person. Me personally, if I say I'm not interested, I'm not. But most likely I'm not.
Let's give a rough engineering estimate. Maybe if you speak to her 3 times or 4 times, because that's what to bring about this simpish behavior that people complain about. Because at some point, people not go to the extent buying gifts, doing this and doing that, investing. And
I think at that point, it's almost like you're trying to buy the person over. Yes, I understand the whole concept of,
But do you think, personally, I'm sorry, I don't think gifts should work. Maybe because I'm
at that point,
now.
Yeah, because at that point, the gift is like, are you with me because you actually do like me, or is it the gift I'm buying you? So that's why I say, like, once you start trying to woo the person, maybe
take the person on a date. No, woo is like just toasting. Woo is a very basic use.
Yeah, when I mean woo, it's looking like as if, okay, should I not try at all? Because it's not like as if once I ask her and she says no, then
so let's use quantity. So let's say, okay, you want to take her because I have my own way I view it, but I want to hear yours. So let's say, okay, should he take her on a date or take her to a basic eatery on campus? No, not eatery, hookah. Okay, eatery, because your boys there, people have money now, so they can go to eateries and all of that.
Okay,
still trying to get her to come over to sway her to you. Should maybe get in an eatery, paying for her room. Some people go that far. What do you think?
It depends on the person. Like I said, so
I will not depend. I get answer there.
What's the answer? Let's I say, like, for me, I'm just like thinking for like myself, like, will it work for me?
Yeah.
The truth, if I don't like the person, absolutely, me and you know that there's nothing is there.
Yeah.
Whatever you buy me, I don't buy it for yourself. I may not collect it. It depends on what you're buying. Like, I know.
Good. So you just raised something. So collecting also should be optional, based on what the lady. Sorry, I'm using lady. It's hard to have lady try to collect a guy in that sense. There are ways. There are ways. It won't be. Material. It's going to be non-material ways that she can use to collect in that sense. But let's do guide to the lady.
Okay.
Yeah. So she should also not collect.
No, if you are offering.
If I blow you. If I blow you.
You are offering it. Did I force you to buy it?
So she knows she's not interested.
Okay, I would say if you know the intention of the guy, then you should be responsible enough to say, oh no, I'm not interested in you. So when the guy say that, no, it's not because I know some people say, no, it's not that, just take. I know some, like, for example, let's say my birthday, for example, before this person, I knew I was not even going to date. He was way older than me, and I was not interested. But he bought me a book. I collected it. He said it was birthday gifts, and it's gifts now.
Okay, so that's for birthdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like toasting you kind of thing. Let me take you out. I will not follow you anyway because I'm not interested in you. So I don't have to follow you to be eating your food.
Yeah.
So, but if I have like a little interest in you, I probably would
take it.
Yeah.
Until you see someone that have higher interest. Thinking as a guy, if I were to advise guys, the first thing I'll say is whatever you want to spend on that person. Yeah, like see it as if if I gave my guy friend, like my OG, if I give her this thing, will it pinch me? So if I buy a plate of rice for my guy, that would, so that's just how I view it. But once it's something I can't part way with, I don't think it's, I'll speak like an alpha male now. If a lady is interested in you, you don't need to do too much.
It's true.
It's the truth. If you don't need to do too much, you
definitely do anything.
So the moment you're having to,
because the thing that if, for example, if I'm interested in you, I probably, because of like maybe the way we were raised, I want you to do the asking.
Yeah.
And I will probably not want to like jump and ask, but like once you ask,
you have the signs. Even if she's saying no, it's like there's still this.
But don't say like that, because some people say they'll be saying wrong signs. That maybe the person is nice on a normal day, and then you now begin to misread signs, because that has happened to me. Because me, like from I had brothers, so I was at some point a bit friendly to guys, and then they will now misread into like something else. So like, for example, I can buy a friend like food, and it doesn't really mean anything to me. And then this one will be looking at signs.
Somebody told me.
Yeah, so the person will be taking it as sign. I'm like, no, I'm just being nice to you. Like, it's nothing, there's nothing there. So there's no look, that sign is not.
So you should wait for the statement. But for guys, really, I don't believe that you should go to the extra mile for somebody you are still, like, if you guys are together, do as much as you can in your limited power and abilities. Sometimes I remember then you'll borrow credit to court. Oh God. But let's leave that aside. So do something that is in your power, such that you will not feel bad if eventually she's now really clear that OG, nothing there here. But that's a simpish attitude where you think your gifts will make way. The funny thing is that that gift, she will not take it and she will share it with
the person she's interested in.
Like, I took your food, I don't like you. So I'm not saying that you say because your own worked, but I think I've seen a lot of guys that will say it. If she's interested in you or you tick the marks, you will know. It's like, you will know. It's always really clear from the get-go. Unless maybe in this our world where gifts can buy people over, and those who don't have standard, especially some ladies who don't have standards. And so with things like that, I don't really want that where it's not like a competition. Usually the lady will not enjoy, because two guys are competing and
who can provide the best gifts,
and the ladies enjoy. So on campus, I believe that first of all, before you go into a relationship, be definite. What are you doing? No assumptions.
Make it clear. So like verbally express, because this kind of situation happened where one person thought that
we don't date.
Yeah, and then we now found out.
That is weird. How would you think you're already dating the person?
And then you not be angry that the person is somebody else. You did not tell me anything. You're just assuming.
Okay, I think that's a good place to cap it today. I believe that again, this will help somebody with relationships and being responsible. I think the very first thing that my generation should come to terms with is that
your generation,
at least or generation after us, and those to come, is responsibility. You should, again, I don't want people to have responsibility based on the attitude of the other person. Many times I believe you should be responsible on your own. You should be able to say, I wash my clothes. When she comes and she's helping you to wash clothes, it's because you just want to have that fun together.
She wants to do
she wants to do it. But
so it's not because you are helpless and she's help me to help you.
That passive. Lord help us. Yeah, because that's why sometimes I'm always grateful for my mom. She used to make a statement that she would train us to the extent that no lady would be able to, like she'll say, go that's no lady would do yanga for you. So whether cooking, cleaning, like on my own, you can do it. So when we have that interaction is we're helping ourselves, we're looking out for each other, and I believe that every guy should imbibe that. So any last words?
Last words.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, in closing, there's this Yoruba adage. Sorry, you're confusing. Yeah, that that don't look at somebody's time to judge your ma wo ago alago shishe.
Yeah.
Like, it essentially means that you are on your own path in life.
Yeah.
You're like, because your friend is dating someone or dated somebody and it worked out, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out for you. So I'll say every situation is different, every person is different. So obviously you're not going to date the exact same person that you're comparing yourself with is dating.
Yeah.
So, but I would say, just first of all, ensure that you are working on your own maturity, you're working on your own path forward in life, and you're mature enough to know where you're going to before you start thinking about bringing somebody in. Because if there's some people that their foundation is shaking.
Yeah.
And then they want to add load on top of it, like it will work.
Yeah. And
then when you now start carrying load that is more than you can bear, because there's one load like that, there's one foundation like that. Now this carry out like this kind of, and that this foundation was shaking already has some load that was wobbling. And then you still want to add more to it, like, so no, I just know your capacity, that there's some people that you may fancy someone, but you know that person is not in your kid, that you can't really, because you should that some people, some guys will say, I like Cardi B in form of Mercy
Chinwo.
Exactly, but you cannot afford this Cardi B lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then you not be angry that the person is materialistic. Didn't you know that she was materialistic? You know you cannot provide. Leave her.
Yeah.
Let her go and meet the person that can provide for her materialistic lifestyle.
You want soft skin.
You want to collect materialistic person, and then you cannot live up. You can't cater for it, and then not be angry that all women are. There's not women are. This person that hurts you is exactly. So
I think we'll go to that. Choosing your partners, the things to look out for, and that will be our next episode.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And if you've not seen the previous one, we spoke about pressure, peer pressure on campus. I think this is the right time to check out the video.
Yeah.
See you in that video.
Bye.